Hello, and welcome. It's Coach Kat. Wanted to get on today and speak about your inner child. This morning I did a message of the day, and when I read this card, so much had come up with it. So I really wanted to discuss the inner child. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I hope that any information that I give on my channel really does provide you with some knowledge or some insight, or even offer a different perspective for you. If this is something that you'd like to see more of, I'd love you to hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell for notifications so you'll be notified when I upload another video. I'm going to read from the card because there's a section in here and then I really want to expand on that. I hope that's okay with you. So when I read this morning, and the bit that really got me, and I thought, it's how I coach my clients when I'm working personally with them, but also couples as well, was I live inside your heart waiting patiently. I, the one you left behind, have never left you. For through all your travels, your days and nights, I have been with you. Look back through the midst of time and clouds of emotion and you will see me. I am here waiting. In finding me, you will become whole. In knowing me, you will know yourself better also, for we are one. I am the pure essence of you before the world took hold and reshaped you. I am the essence of your soul self, the guardian of your true self. Let us travel the rest of our path together. A whole world awaits us. A whole universe surrounds us with love. All the time resides within us. All of time unfolds before us. Let us shed light on darkness. Let us jump for joy. Let us be all that we are through life's unfolding dreams. Let love conquer all. I wanted to actually elaborate on this and put it in different words where it may resonate with you. Your inner child, your younger self. Really, in essence, what this is saying is that as an adult, if you have experienced any pain or trauma, grief, whatever it is from when you were a kid, what part of that trauma, whatever it is, still you hold as an adult. I really want to specify something in particular, and this is where I honestly feel through all my research and the clients that I have coached throughout the years, really discovering that when we've gone back and visited their childhood, they've looked at their childhood and whether it be bullying, abuse, any type of abuse, whatever pain you've endured as a child, that when you reflect back on that or you go back and remember it, you're looking at it and judging it from your adult's perspective. For an example, if you were severely bullied as a kid, I was teased and bullied quite severely. And for years I looked back at when I was an adult and went, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Mate, people have had it worse. There are people out there that have really suffered. Now, that's my adult self today looking back at when I was a kid. That is not my inner child's perspective of what happened when I was that age. My 8-year-old self, when I go back, hated life, felt so picked on, felt so disconnected, felt so shunned, felt so isolated because I didn't wear the fashion that was up to date because we weren't well off. You know, my 8, 7, 6-year-old self thought life was hell back then. My adult self goes, oh, it's not that bad because I'm comparing to other people's stories. But when I look back at my 7-year-old self, I went through hell. I remember crying. I remember and not saying and not telling anybody, but holding it all in myself and feeling like such an alien because we didn't have money. And I'm really going on this And there are other parts of my life that I look back and I really can identify. So my biggest healing journey, what really assisted me to move past all of my, younger self, my, 8, 9-year-old self, and then all my adult self with the abusive relationship that I was in. The way that I was able to heal from that was actually acknowledge it, validate it, and really look at releasing it. My younger self, I've absolutely connected with my inner child. My younger self, I have absolutely looked at her from my adult self and said, oh my gosh, you went through hell. It was not nice to be teased the way you were. It is not nice to have been bullied the way you were. And absolutely validated her and made her feel heard. My 8-year-old self. Just as it says in the book. And when you do that, when you see all and acknowledge and validate and make your younger self feel heard, it's only then can you become one. And it's amazing what it does for your self-esteem, your self-worth. So I hope that the overarching message that you've got from just what I've shared from this is, when you reflect back at your younger self, your inner child, whatever words resonate with you, but go back to your childhood. Stop. What's the word I'm looking for? Stop reviewing your childhood from your adult self, from who you are today, and then feeling bad to actually say, my life was shit. We feel bad as an adult because we may have heard of someone else's trauma and we go into comparison mode, right? Because they've had it worse. So shit, I shouldn't be saying I had a bad childhood. And guess what you're doing? Subconscious, consciously, you're just dismissing your younger self. It's not about who had it worse. It's got nothing to do with that. What it is for you to stand alone and look at you. And that's all that matters. And look back at what you experienced as a kid. And back then, did that little kid, that 8-year-old, 7-year-old self go, oh, it was no big deal? I'm going to say, that's bullshit. Because as a 7 and an 8-year-old, being teased and feeling outed and feeling like you don't fit in is freaking massive. And for those of you who are parents and have children, look at your child. Do you feel that them being teased or bullied or not feeling like they fit in is no big deal? You as a parent want to love them, console them, and see them be happy in that they fit in. Because guess what? When you see your little child, that was you. And that's the bit we're missing to healing and moving forward in our life. That is the massive key to really releasing whatever is holding you back. And that's the difference of how I work, is I want to go back and I want you to validate and see your inner child from your child self, not from your adult self who thinks it's okay. You can see my passions come out today, and I've just shared with you, whether you want to call it a secret, whatever you want to see. But I hope that whoever is meant to hear this, that you hear it, that you understand it, that you respect it, and most important, validate your inner child. Acknowledge your inner child. Whatever trauma, pain, hurt, rejection, abandonment you experienced as a child, it is time for you as an adult to actually acknowledge that, validate, own it, and then you can heal from it. And then even better, you can release it. So it no longer will impact your adult life moving forward. I hope it resonates with you. If there is anything in this message that you would like more clarity on or would like me to delve vertical in, I'm more than happy to do that, because I do well when I get feedback or get questions. So for today, take care, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.